Hi, I'm Lori Fangio, and today I'm going to cover 3 topics that will help you maximize your dietary intake, including food portioning, food combining, and easing into a healthy lifestyle. We have taken you to a regular supermarket and showed you how to carefully choose healthy options by checking the labels and selecting fresh or unprocessed products. We visited a health supermarket where we discovered the advantages of choosing organic meats and produce, the wide variety of nutrient-rich products, and the many alternatives for the health conscious. Finally, we showed you how to prepare your selections and even covered a few recipes to implement these healthy meals into your diet. Today, we will cover these 3 super serving topics, starting with food combinations. Certain foods can be combined together to maximize nutritional and metabolic value. These combinations include properly balanced proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. The key is balancing blood sugar and insulin. By including a combination of protein and high-fiber carbs, you'll maximize your satisfaction. When meal planning, include 3 food groups from the following: starchy carbohydrates like cereals, breads, grains, or starchy vegetables such as potatoes and corn. Proteins like dairy, nuts, seeds, legume products such as tofu, or meat, poultry, fish, dairy, or eggs. Many of these foods also contain good fats. And fruits or vegetables. Snacks should be smaller portions and simpler, but always combine a carbohydrate with a protein. Plants have high levels of antioxidants called phytochemicals and phytonutrients. Many foods work together synergistically. These food combinations can go together to make delicious dishes and are representative of healthy regional diets like the Far Eastern, Indian, and of course the Mediterranean, such as tomato and avocado or olive oil. Cruciferous vegetables such as asparagus, broccoli, and greens with mustard, adzuki beans, and raspberries. Fatty or oily fish such as salmon with garlic, soy, or turmeric, as in yellow curry. Turmeric and black pepper. Oats and vitamin C rich fruits such as strawberries. Broccoli and tomatoes. Blueberries and probiotic foods. Chocolate catechins and fruit. Red meat and rosemary or red wine, and garlic, onions, and ginger. We encourage foods from around the world to be incorporated into a rich, healthy diet. Vegan diets often use protein combining in order to ensure a high-quality protein intake. It was initially thought that vegan meals needed to use this protein combining in order to ensure a complete protein intake. Though this method is no longer considered by nutritional experts to be necessary, eating a variety of plants can serve as a well-balanced and complete source of amino acids, regardless of timing. Complementary protein diets are still embraced by athletes, bodybuilders, pregnant women, postmenopausal women, anyone that needs to pay particular attention to the balance of blood sugar and insulin. These combinations are food pairings like grains, corn, nuts, seeds, and seaweeds with legumes, and even mushrooms. Quinoa is a seed and is a complete high-quality protein. You can find these recipes and many others on our website to increase the nutritive value of your food. Now let's talk portion control. Portion control is a key factor to help you maintain a healthy weight and for general nutrition. The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics has set up a guideline to help you determine how much of each food group you should take in each day for a healthy diet. Like the diabetic diet, we suggest specific portions or exchanges to put together balanced meals and snacks as part of an overall daily plan. These exchange lists are divided by major food groups and further divided by their general nutritional contributions: carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. These exchanges can be used by diabetics and pre-diabetics, counting carbohydrates for glycemic control. A general rule of thumb is a single portion of food is about the size of the palm of your hand or your fist. This works for most foods except for fats, of course. An example would be a slice of bread, 1/2 cup of rice or cereal, 1 cup or a medium-sized piece of fruit, 1 cup of vegetables, 1/4 cup to 1 cup of dairy, 1/2 cup to 1 cup of legumes or tempeh, or 3 ounces of meat. There are some exceptions to this rule. but this is a great plan to help you keep your plate balanced. To reach daily totals, there are guidelines for meeting nutritional needs. The most commonly used is the United States Department of Agriculture My Pyramid, formerly called the Food Pyramid, which gives a range of recommended servings, similar to what we call exchanges. Now, some exchanges may seem small, especially at first, but we recommend that you eat 6 times a day, 3 major meals and 3 small snacks, and this will steady your metabolic flow and prevent hunger. A few tips that might help: try using a smaller plate. It can make a difference in how you perceive the portions. This is particularly useful if you find yourself in a buffet situation. Smaller plates encourage portion control. With that in mind, avoid second portions unless you're eating certain vegetables that are considered free foods, and those are great to load up on as long as you're not using heavy fatty dressings with those. Another thing that might help is when you're cooking, be sure and cook just enough for each member of the household to have a single portion. That will help as well. And if you do want to go ahead and prepare enough food for leftovers, that's a great plan. But what you can do to keep people from having seconds is go ahead and portion those into individual servings and put them in the refrigerator or freezer before you serve the plates for dinner. That way, there are no leftovers. Try eating light but filling foods like vegetable soups or salads before the main course. This helps a great deal, especially for restaurant eating, because it can take your stomach 20 minutes to signal your brain that it's full. And finally, cut down on portion sizes gradually. Eat a little less at each meal over a few days or weeks until finally you reach your goal. Remember, small changes add up. It may seem slow at first, but it will still take less time to lose the weight than it did to gain. To paraphrase classic physician wisdom, portion size can make all the difference between a healthy and not so healthy food. Even special treats can be enjoyed in small amounts without derailing your progress. Now let's talk about adopting your healthy lifestyle. Even positive changes can feel stressful or overwhelming, but remember, change is possible, and we're here with you every step of the way through your diet journey. Let go of the idea of doing things perfectly, and if you've had unhealthy eating habits for a long period of time, it's particularly important to make gradual changes. We don't want you to burn out, and if you try and starve yourself, ultimately you'll give in to the hunger, and that could lead to binge eating and rebound weight gaining, and we don't want that. Here are a few tips that might help. Just because some of your favorite foods are not healthy doesn't mean you have to wipe them out completely. It's all about portion control and gradually cutting back. You can enjoy healthy eating. You may find new foods that you like or new ways to prepare old foods that ensure you love what you eat. Start with what you have at home. There's no need to throw food out. And begin by right-sizing your portions, combining your food properly, meal and snack distribution, and healthy food preparation. If the taste or texture is challenging at first, mix it together with the old food. For example, if you're used to eating white rice, at first add 1/4 of the serving brown rice. Next, half of the serving until at least most of the food is the brown rice or the higher quality. Set a goal for trying new, healthier foods 1 to 2 times a week and gradually fill your cupboards with these healthier choices. Become familiar with healthy foods you may not have known before. Many not only have high nutritional value, but can contribute to optimizing your metabolism, which ultimately translates to healthy weight loss and management. Experiment with the recipes until you find something that you and your family can enjoy. And don't worry if it takes a few tries. It's an investment in your health, and it will last forever. And finally, get your family involved in the process. If they help with the meal planning, shopping, and food preparation, they're far more likely to adopt these new healthy habits, and they'll be more supportive of your new healthy lifestyle. Thank you for joining us for our video on super serving. And remember, when you make good food choices, use healthy preparation techniques, proper food combining, portion control, and a realistic approach to change, you can make every food a superfood, every meal a super meal, and your health a super success.